G'day and welcome to my garage.
Now this is the adjustment block, the sliding block for the pulley. Excuse me. I want to get about 3.5 millimeters engagement of these side guides. So I've already done this side. It's about 3.6, I think it was. Doesn't matter, as long as I get 3.5, I'm happy. So I've now got to do this side, which means I've got to pull this apart, get the centre 20mm piece, and file it down. So I'm currently at 2.75, and I want to go to, we'll say 2.7. I want to go to 3.5. So that's 0.8 of a millimetre has to come off that centre strip. So we'll see you over at the vise. Now I need to take 0.8 off one side. I know what side it is because I've marked these so that they go back the same way. So it's the side without the notch in it. Got to take 0.8 off. So 18.5. 18.5, 0.8, so that's 17.6. .5, 0.8, so that's 17.6. 17.6 is my target. .6 is my target. .3, 18.3, 17.6 we're going for. Point 17.5, 17.5, nope, 0.49, that's it. Put this on the oil stain and just clean it up a bit. I put the oil stain on it and it's nice and flat, which is good. Just nip those up, make sure everything is home. And that is now 3.7, 3.7, 7.3, 7.5. Okay, so I've got at least 3.5 mil engagement of this now. So this is the axle. The axle was the low one. That's the axle. Okay, that's the assembly. I'm going to machine the slot up the top there. It's a bit of an unusual, different setup in that this body is overhanging the handle, but yeah, if I did it the other way, then this large round section here would be hanging off the back. I suppose I could do that. No, I couldn't get it far enough this way. The table would have had to have gone too far that way. That wasn't going to work. And the reason is this way is one of the reasons is because this is a flat surface which I need against the two angles. I had to make a second angle over the back there. Get the bolt on position the same as this one. But anyhow, this is a little bit different. I'll show you the other side. What I've got here is the pointer is straight, and I've got a scribed line in here, which was transferred off that edge, same as that one. There's a line up the top and a line down the bottom. So I'm running this, traversing this across, and that pointer I've adjusted it so that it stays on the line. It can be out a little bit, it doesn't really matter. This is the height adjustment, so if it's out a little bit, long as if it's out a little bit, it's okay. Long as the gap here is even, which it will be, because this won't move up and down, the head will move up and down. So I'll be cutting on the bottom edge and then moving up, cutting on the top edge. So I need to put a 10 or a 12 mil. I've got that's a 10 mil collet, so I might use a 10 mil end mill, and open this slot up to fit the pulley slide adjuster. Alright, leave that with me, I'll set up for that. I've dropped the cutter 2.5 mil. I'll make this bottom, on the bottom here, I've dropped it 2.5 mil. I'll make this pass, then come back and drop it another, well, I've got to go to 3.75. So that's 1.25, isn't it? 2.5, 3.53, yeah, 1.25. So let me do this 2.5 mil cut. 3.53, yeah, 1.25. So 2.5mm cup. Well, that's the first cup. The finish is pretty good. But the finish is not a point on this particular cup because I've got to drop it another 1.25. So I'll return it and then cut the last 1.25 out of it. Well, that's the first cup. The finish is pretty good. But the finish is not a point on this particular. This is roughly the last run. It should take it to size. I may just have to massage it a little bit. Take another quarter of a mil out. Yes, about 0.2 I'll take out. That is a beautiful fit. Beautiful fit. Okay, I'm happy with that. So this is the pulley guide. There'll be a plate up here that this will work on. That will screw that up and down. I had to file this side a bit because it wasn't square enough. As you can see, this second one slides nicely into the groove in the slide there. If I do it this way, it's not too bad now. Actually, it's actually very good. Before if I had this side in, I couldn't get that side in without having to lift the whole thing up. So it was too high on this side. Remembering that this has got a good fit in there. So both those fit nicely now. So I've got to drill 4 holes in each plate. I've already marked this plate out. So I'll go to the vise and drill both plates out. Alright, off to the drill press. It's a little bit tight, but I prefer that. If need be, I can sand these guides down a little bit, just massage them a little bit. So we'll just spot drill the position. It's a little bit tight, but I prefer that. If need be, I can sand these guides down a little bit, just massage them a little bit. So we'll just spot drill the position. Alright, this is ready to go over to the drill press and drill and tap for M5. Just got these are all being drilled and tapped. Okay, that's all nice and tight. That slides beautifully there, which is the working area of it. When I come out half, or a third of the way, it sticks. But I shouldn't be up there. Little bit of play, side to side, but that's all right. That's all right. So that's nice, but I've got a couple of problems. So there's that side, come up good. Now this side, a couple of problems. This spanner is to hold the shaft while I tighten the nut, the bolt on the other side, remembering that that's got to go in there. Now I remembered that there's got to be room there, but what I forgot was the thickness of this frame, and I can't get it in there, and I still want a full complete shoulder for that bearing to run up against, but I have got enough room. I'll probably take out another 2 millimeters and I should clear that, so that'll be back on the mill for that one. And the other thing, again, this is going to sit on top. The bolt inside here I was going to put a socket head, an Allen bolt in there, but I knew I wouldn't be able to get the Allen key in there, so I went for a bolt. But I can't get a socket on that now, and I can't. Hang on a second. Not much room to play with. So I need to get a longer bolt and raise this up so that the head is above the height of that frame. So that's got to come up about 5 millimeters. So I've got to make a 5 millimeter washer for this bolt, and a longer bolt now, because that bolt can't interfere with the adjustment thread, and it will if it's too long. So there's a couple of jobs I need to revisit this with, but I am happy with the way that slide turned out. Alright, back to it again. I was thinking by the time I spend setting up the milling machine, because the vice has got to go on, I've got to tram, well I don't necessarily have to tram the vice, but the vice has got to go on. I've then got to align this flat with the cutter, but I might as well do this by hand. I've already done one side. With the cutter, but I might as well do this by hand. I've already done one side. Just let me grab my spanner and I'll make sure it is right. Beautiful. That should fit. I've fitted it back onto the slide. Let's see if it works. Excellent. So that one's fixed. Only a small, very small job. And now, what was the other one? Oh, need to make a washer for that bolt. And now for the 5mm washer. I've already pre-drilled this piece of 20mm. There we go. How long did that take? About 6 minutes.